As we continue to meditate, we'll read now from Affirmations for Self-Healing on Love. One finds love not by being loved, but by loving. We can never know love if we try to draw others to ourselves, nor can we find it by centering our love in them. For love is infinite. It is never ours to create. We can only channel it from its source in infinity to all whom we meet. The more we forget ourselves in giving to others, the better we can understand what love really is. And the more we love as channels for God's love, the more we can understand that His is the one love in all the universe. And let's affirm together, I will love others.
I will love others
As extensions of my own self.
as extensions of my own self.
And of the love I feel from God.
And of the love I feel from God.
I will love others.
I will love others
As extensions of my own self.
as extensions of my own self.
And of the love I feel from God.
And the love I feel from God.
And a little quieter, I will love others.
I will love others
As extensions of my own self.
as extensions of my own self.
And of the love I feel from God.
And of the love I feel from God.
And whispering, I will love others. As extensions of my own self. And of the love I feel from God. And silently, I will love others. As extensions of my own self. And of the love I feel from God. And please pray silently with me, O Infinite One, make me a channel for Thy love. Through me, reach out to sow seeds of love in barren hearts everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Master's birthday. This is a reading from Whispers from Eternity. This is a book of poems and prayers by Paramahansa Yogananda. Prayer for expanding love from myself to all my brethren. O Divine Mother, teach me to use the gift of Thy love, which I feel in my heart, to love the members of my family more than myself. Bless me that I may love my neighbors more than my family. Expand my heart's feelings that I love my country more than my neighbors, and my world and all my human brethren more than my country, neighbors, family, and my own self. Lastly, teach me to love Thee more than anything else, for it is only Thy love that enables me to love everything. Without Thee, I could not love anything or anybody. And this is a reading. It's called The Guru's Love is Unchanging. And Swamiji gave this to us many years ago, and it came from his ashram in Los Angeles. And I think they got it from Ramakrishna. The Guru's love is unchanging. You may come to him for a few seconds, then go away and do whatever you will. His love is unchanging. You may deny him to yourself and then curse him to anyone who will listen. His love is unchanging. You may become the most despised creatures and then return to him. His love is unchanging. You may become the enemy of God himself and then return to him. His love is unchanging. Go where you will and do what you will. Stay however long you will and come back to him. His love is unchanging. Abuse others, abuse yourself, abuse him, and then come back to him. His love is unchanging. His love is unchanging. He will never criticize you. He will never minimize you. He will never desert you, because to him you are everything, and he himself is nothing. He will never deceive you. He will never ridicule you. He will never fail you, because to him you are God, nature, to be served, and he is your servant. No matter what he befalls, no matter what you become, he awaits you always. He knows you, He serves you. He loves you. His love for you in the changing world is unchanging. His love, my beloved, is unchanging. And that's such a significant reading for this day of Master's birthday celebration. And it's very important to understand that love is the most important thing, that his love is the most important thing, that God's love is the most important thing. There was a beautiful story Ananda told, and it was the story of Leo Cox, who was a very close disciple of Yogananda, a very close disciple. And he lived with him in Mount Washington. And he was walking with the master in the garden at Mount Washington. And they were just walking, not saying anything. And Leo Cox became overwhelmed with this bliss, this love, just being in proximity and so close to Master. They weren't speaking. He just felt his love. And he was just saying to himself, I love you, Master. I love you, Master. I love you, Master. I love you. And Master knew what he was thinking. And he took his hand and he said, oh, Leo. I'm going to read it because I don't want to. He said, oh, Leo, when you are like this, I can take you by the hand and lead you straight to God. Oh, Leo, when you are like this, I can take you by the hand and lead you straight to God. And that's for each one of us. When we love the Guru, when we love God, when we get out of our minds, when we get out of our boundaries we put around our hearts and our lives, when we just give ourselves completely to the Guru and love him, he can take our hand and lead us straight to God. Isn't that a beautiful image? And then he did take his hand. And Leo became a very advanced disciple of Yogananda. And so for each one of us, it doesn't matter how smart you are, how successful you are, how beautiful you look on the outside. It doesn't matter what people think of you. It doesn't matter what you think of yourself. The Guru loves you. And this is what we should focus on in the new year, because this is the love. It's not personal. It's very impersonal. The Guru is there to guide us so that we become like him and are overflowing with that love ourselves. We need that love in our lives, and we need to share that love. And in this world today, in the new year, let us make a commitment and a New Year's resolution and an intention, a very strong intention, to love God and love the Guru, and then open up to him. We are so constricted with what we think people think we should do, what our successes are, what if everybody's pleased with us. We're so constricted. But it's so simple, just like Leo Cox was saying, I love you, Master. And then he took his hand. He said, if you just stay like that, if you just stay open and give me your love like that, then I can lead you straight to God, which is the purpose of our lives, which is why we're here. And it's why every single soul on this planet is here. Every soul needs this love. And it's up to us to be instruments for that love in any way we can, right where we've been placed. We don't have to do anything fancy. We never have to give a public talk. We don't have to do a chant on the harmonium. We don't have to do anything. We just have to love God. And just as it said in the Whispers from Eternity, love your family, love your neighbor, love the people around you, love your community, love the nation, and love God in all. This is our destiny. Someday we will realize this. Someday we will realize that we are that love. And so forget judgment of anybody else. Forget criticism of anybody else, especially yourself this year. Let people just be who they are. We're all doing the very best we can. We really are. We're right where we are because we're doing the best we can, and we love God. And so ask him to manifest through you in very little ways, very humble ways that only you and the Guru know. And then realize that he's got his hand, and your hand is in his already. He's already leading you to God. But when you love, and you bring that divine love into your life, you feel it. It's like Leo Cox was overwhelmed with that love, being close to the Guru. We are not prevented from being close to the Guru because he's not in this body. It's more than ever. All we have to do is think. All we have to do is love. So in our new year, let's make that commitment. Really, it's not that hard. It's what the world needs. And each one of you has a universe that you impact, that you influence. Your family, your neighbors, your community, each one of you has a whole universe. And so you just start with what's in front of you. You love God, you love yourself, you open up, and you love the world. This is how it works. So be in the moment, be happy who you are. Master said, if you're happy in the moment, you have God. And he'll hold you very close, the Guru will. Don't doubt it for a minute. Don't doubt it. Sometimes you feel depressed and lonely and lost, and don't know which way to go. What he told Leo was, when you're like this, when you love me, I can take your hand and lead you to God. All of those problems don't matter. They disappear, they'll dissolve. They'll all dissolve in that love. No worries. Don't want to worry fast. I want to introduce Katyani, who is going to share with us her experience of Master in her life. And Katyani has been with Ananda for very many years. I can't say how many, but very many. And she's an Acharya and blessed by Jyotishan Devi and Swami. And she's known Swami for years. And she's a dear friend. And she's also serves here as an Acharya. And so I thought it would be nice if she came up and shared her experience. And you don't have to listen to me all the time. You can just listen to a proof of the pudding. No.
Thank you, Ramani. Very good morning to everyone. Happy Master's birthday. Well, I will start with when I came on the path. Don't worry, it won't be very long. So this was actually just like Swamiji. I saw Autobiography of a Yogi in a bookstore. Okay? And at that time I would purchase a lot of books. And this book was kind of calling out to me. I still remember that day. I still remember it so brightly that, Master's photo was so magnetic and it was like drawing on my attention. And I still did not purchase the book that the first time. But I knew that, there was some pull. And it so happened at that time I was looking for a new accommodation and I was searching. There was something about this place that I went and I stayed at. There was something that pulled me. So it was as if right from the beginning, Master was the one who was pulling me on the path. And he said that, okay, this is like a lot of my people who know me who ask me, like, why is it? Like, because I was not really spiritually inclined before I came to Ananda. But then a lot of people ask me, how did life change for you? I said, I don't know how, but this is just like destined, and this is something that Master pulled me into this path. And now that I look back, I feel there was no other way. Like, I don't think I would have led a life other than what I have led so far, in the presence of masters and in the presence and a life of discipleship. So anyway, so then I came into this accommodation, and my neighbor was at that point, she's no more, but she was a core member of Ananda at that point. We had a very small Ananda Sangha group. Some of the members are still there, like Neena Manti, she was the first member and she's still there. But there were a few others as well at that point in time, and one of them was my neighbor. So it was all as if it was all in sync, that okay, you did not see the sign, there's another sign. And so somehow I just felt that, okay, this was, I knew in my heart that, okay, there was something she had to offer me. And I remember saying that to myself multiple times, that what is it, that there's something she has to offer to me. And it was this path that she didn't come, she never said, oh, I do Kriya Yoga or I'm a path. I went to her and I said, what is it that you do? I want to do the same thing. And it's just something that I think Master made me do. I don't know. And then I came on the path, there was no looking back. The first day itself, because I was with her, she was serving in publications at that time, so I started helping her. And after that, there was no looking back. There was just, it's been 15 years almost now, and I don't see, I mean, I've kept on serving all my life till then, up until now. But what I feel about this path, what it has given me is basically there are two things. One is a sense of belonging, that I am a disciple and I belong to Yogananda, I belong to these line of masters, which I feel is very important because that sort of no matter at the backdrop of whatever happens in our life, that is what anchors, that gives us a goal that okay, this is the final goal of life that we strive towards. Nayan Swami Jayaji, who is, I think most of you know him, he is the co-spiritual director of Ananda, India. And he said to me once that no matter what the life karma is, everyone has their own, customized karma. But then no matter what it is, our anchor is only to love God and to find God. That is, and it's just that it gives us our own unique path, so to speak, to find God. Each one of us have a unique path. And that a sense of belonging has given me a foundation on which I can lead my life. That is one. And second thing is we all go through a lot of circumstances because, as Master Yogananda said, there are two things we do. One is to educate ourselves, and the other one is to entertain ourselves. And how many of us do get educated or entertaining, right? So, in that sense, when I actually see things happen, I most of the times I don't take it as, oh, this is something, why is this happening to me? Most of the times I take it as, what is it that Master wants me to learn? And because the thing is, we have to learn anyway, so we might as well freedom, we move towards more joy, and we move towards ultimate goal in life, that is bliss, that eternal bliss. And I feel being on this path, see, I came on the path at a very young age where I did not see a lot of life. But all these teachings were exposed to me when I did not know like how to relate these teachings in my daily life. But now, as life happens, I kind of relate. Okay, this is how I should be reacting to a particular situation, and I give my best. I sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, sometimes I fail miserably, but I try to give my best as a disciple, and that helps me to just lead a more joyful
with Ananda for a long time also. And he's been blessed by Jyotishan Devi also and Swamiji to be an Acharya. He's one of our teachers. He's a dear friend. He has a beautiful family and a little Krisha and Kokila. So you want to come up and he's going to explain to you what the path means to him.
So, happy Master's birthday. So, it's been a blessing that we asked you to talk to me, to share my experience. So, it's been almost 7 years I'm here in Ananda, and I just started my journey off in 2016. But I knew this path in 2003 when I was in college, so I saw some of technology, and I saw the book of something you need to find a path. where you can just progress in a much better way in your life. So that is where I just started looking forward, looking around where I can find Guru. And I think I just started looking, and then to my grace of God, my wife just found this Ananda Center close to my home. And really there's always a connecting dots in our life. Like once we go forward and see that, we will understand much better. And only thing is the patience we should have. If you're in a difficult circumstances, you should, since you have a guru in your life, I think he is doing the right things for you in your life. You believe and trust him. Right? So I had that patience, and I think for no reason I just moved from the North Bangalore to this side, south of Bangalore, and my friends were asking why you're going all the way that side. But when this struggle I underwent, I found Ananda, which was very close to my house, and that was an inspiring break point where I found that my journey started completely, my life transformed actually. So when my wife called Harirajji and Romanji, and then he said this is a situation where things are happening to my case. So then Harirajji said, come to the Sunday Satsang, and he asked me to come. And that moment when I saw, I think I felt like coming to home, and especially from that time, just holding everybody's hand, Guru Bhai's and Harirajji and Romanji, and Master's hands as well. So there was a complete transformation from that point. So I just come every Sunday and just take the blessings and feel the vibrations of Master's blessings here. And that's where I started. And from there, actually, I just found that Master was, once Master came to my life, it's like, so we say, right, the Guru is a dispellor of darkness. So he just completely shattered all the things in my mind, whatever the complexities I had, whatever things I was looking forward in the life, everything changed. And you can believe me that how I started perceiving the life, it can be a career, it can be a personal life, and it's a slow process. It's not that just it happened overnight, but it was a slow understanding of our inner self, right? And once we start using this higher techniques, whatever the master has given, the meditation techniques, it will bring you the soul nature out of it, right? That's where I become more calmer, and I started introspecting myself about what are the things I would have handled better in my life, and what are the things just coming forward in the challenging things I handled in a better way. And that's what I would say. So these are a lot of things which brought a lot of positive things in my life. For example, willpower. When we start meditating, we get willpower and concentration in our life, right? These all can be utilized in various aspects of your life, right? So these are the various critical things which I just want to update. So I just want to explain you. And also recently I just underwent a challenge where a lot of tests was happening around me, not only in career-wise, even in personal family life and everything around things. And there was a constant test was going through actually. So then I understood, okay, that test, once I crossed through that, I understood that, okay, Master is pushing me to certain boundaries, breaking the boundaries basically, right? So then I understood the in-depth essence of it. So the Master keeps on, I just felt in the meditations as well that he said that go deeper into the whatever you understand, right, in your life. So that's where I just started going deeper into the every aspect of life, and especially Master's teaching. When I started understanding the master's teaching in the beginning, the way I see now is like completely a different perception I see. I can relate much more to the master's teaching now, and that is transforming my life every day, right? So these are the things like I feel like I just thought of sharing, and three important things I just want to touch upon. Like every satsang we say, right? Sadhana, seva, and satsang. So sadhana is very important, like because to attune with your guru, right? So you need to really practice sadhana. So there will be ups and downs. Even I have ups and downs in my life where I used to feel low when some harder tests are coming in our life, right? But at that particular point in time, you should not give up. Basically, you should keep coming back again and again and again and again. Whatever happens, whatever circumstances, don't leave the practice what the Guru has given to us, right? So that is, and you can see a drastic difference when you start practicing again. Once you again you are feeling closer to God and Guru, and that's the transformation you see on the sadhana part. And also, you are always like kind of even seva, when we talk about seva, right? We all share all the seva here with the Guru Vibes and everything. And that's also has given tremendous amount of things what you're expecting in your life. It happens automatically. It doesn't mean that you have to ask for this or that in life, but it happens. And you see a tremendous growth in your own career or whatever you're looking forward in your life, it happens automatically. So So trusting this part of this Guru and Seva, whatever we have, and also whatever challenges you've been put forward, right? For example, you've been taught on something, right? Or you've been asked to teach something, right? Like many times Haridas Roman used to ask me to do this, but I say always yes, because even though there are critical schedules in our life, but we always should say yes to such blessings, right? Because it's very important. That's where you realize what it is, right? For example, there was a class at my home where we thought of starting first class, and there was a constant change was happening in my life, and to adapt it was so fast, and to adapt that it was very difficult to understand actually. Then there was a nice book which was recently released by How to Face Life Changes by Masters. So in that he says very clearly that this is how it will be. The life will be changing very fast. You have to adapt to it, and you have to be centered in your own self, and you should see in everything in a balanced way. And a lot of such insights was added in that book, and that has completely break my mind. And so every time when you are looking for answers, put the questions to basically in the meditation, and then ask to him, and definitely he'll get it. Seva and Satsang. Satsang is very, very powerful. Like every Sunday it happens here, and if you see, if I come, there will be a lot of that week will be always a challenge. Everybody will face some challenges, some questions we'll have in our life. So when I come, it's not initially I thought it's a kind of coincidence. Okay, something what I thought it's happening today, there is an answer today, right? So, but every time it happens, and you can't believe me that it happens every time I come here and I was looking for some answers. It happens, and that day topic will be more relevant to me, and that brings us a lot of joy, we feel always safe, right? Guru stands all these gurus, and all the challenging times we catch hold of all the gurus, and thanks to Master and all the gurus for keeping me in this path. And moving forward, I feel like, as Master says, that as we move forward, we should keep go in depth into this path and realize ourselves to be there. Right? So that's the important thing I just want to touch upon. And thank you.